All right, guys. I don't know if you caught this news from Page 6 that's popped up this week, but apparently Kanye West is facing lawsuits from allegedly stiffed Sunday service cast and crew. Now, if you were paying attention, I believe it was like toward the back end of last year where this lawsuit, or at least a lot of people from the Sunday service choir, had been announced to be unhappy, with this whole thing. And, so that's how this news really started like bubbling up. And now we're getting more information about all of it, like the substance of this lawsuit and the details of all of it. Now, but before we go forward, guys, like just in concept, Kanye West underpaying his, performers. Would you say that's based? Would you say that's not based? What would you say? I'm just trying to get a feel of chat's opinion on this. Is it based to underpay your performers or unbased? Boo, based, not based vibes. It looks like most people are saying not based. This is not very based. Well, it's not very Christ-like, that's for sure. It's not very Christ-like. I believe it was Jesus Christ. He kept his disciples on a very steady stipend of just fish, wine, bread, just anything just anything he could just make appear out of thin air. I think he, just kept his disciples very well paid and fed, and whatever food items he could just materialize from his body and stuff. So, but Kanye West is not doing that. Kanye West does not seem to be doing that. As this Page 6 article reports, Kanye West is currently facing 2 class action lawsuits alleging mistreatment of performers and staff on his extravagant Sunday service shows. According to reports, Queen WAP, thank you. What's disappointing about this, and I know that maybe in retrospect, some people see this as like not a big deal because, they're just like random singers and, just like nameless, faceless performers that nobody remembers or talks about, just like groups of people, a part of a larger collective, which Kanye is directing and so on and so forth. And that much is true. I can't deny that. However, having said that, you have to put into context and remember the arrival of all the Sunday service performances and the choir and all that. And Kanye essentially used this whole thing. Okay, Kanye used this whole thing effectively to launder his image, try to revitalize his career, and in the public eye, evolve past all of like the Trump stuff, the Candace Owens stuff. So you can't simply just like paint these people as, random, useless, not important performers, because Kanye also used this whole thing as a tool for just distracting from all the insanity of the previous year and put in the public's mind like, he's finding God and he is, kind of reinventing himself and he's back on a good path and so on and so forth, when it seems like, again, he was just kind of like using that as an image to alter the public's perception of him. And it says here, filed last summer in Los Angeles, because again, that was when the reports of it originally came out. The lawsuits are reportedly divided between performers and crew. Frank Kim is repping 500 performers. So 500 people collectively pissed off at you. It's kind of one thing if you have like one crazy person just be like, I hate Kanye, he underpaid me, blah, 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 blah. But you have 500 people here collectively being like, you know what? Kind of fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, honestly. While attorneys Harris and Rubel are concentrating on approximately 300 crew members. Okay, so we're talking about different attorneys here repping different groups of crew members, or different like people connected to these events. Essentially, you have the performers, you have the crew members, which is insane. Some of the stories from the lawsuit reported by the UK Sun are shocking, if not sadly predictable. Tales from the gig economy. A hairstylist named Rena Leon claimed that she had to wait 120 days for a $500 and $550 paycheck from work done in November of 2019, which was less a $20 wire fee deducted by West's company. Kanye West repeatedly just like jerks himself off as a billionaire even though when you read into it, a majority of his money, money in quotes, is there, or his value is there because of his stake in Yeezys. And look, without question, Yeezys is a very profitable company. Is a very successful clothing line and brand. But that doesn't mean he's sold like billions of dollars in Yeezys and he has all the profit in his pocket. It's just a very profitable brand that he has a stake in. In order to actually liquidate that cash, he would have to like sell the brand off or sell his stake in it, which, given how specific it is to Kanye West, may not even be possible. Now, Michael Pearson, a performer, alleged he was paid a flat day rate of $250, and regardless of his hours, was not permitted a meal or restroom breaks, and also alleges that performers stood all day or sat on the floor because there were not enough chairs, they were not sourced, and walked home when a shuttle wasn't provided for them. Fuck. You're treating these people like garbage. The suits also pertain to West's opera. Okay, so there's people unhappy with that as well. No one knows how Kanye himself was involved, or how involved he was. The thing is, it's his image, it's his whole thing. You should be concerned about the well-being of the people who are working for you. You know what I mean? And while it is impossible for someone of Kanye West's stature, or someone of like Jeff Bezos's stature, or someone of Elon Musk's stature, to talk about people who kind of also treat their employees like shit historically. Yeah, sure. It's impossible to know how each individual person is doing. Hey, how's the kids? That thing that you had seen at the doctor, is that cleared up and all that? Oh, okay, great, good. Glad to hear it. While it's important to get to know every single person working for you at that level and have that level of concern for everyone, like there's some very general baseline things that all humans need and want that you could make sure are provided and are there. Humans like to eat. Humans like to, when they're working for long hours, rest or take breaks. Humans like to be paid wages that allow them to live comfortably, or just like pay their bills and stuff, or just like adequate compensation for their labor and all of that. That's what humans kind of like. Humans are kind of down with that shit. I don't think you need to be like mega involved. Whoever is your point person, it's like, hey, make sure they have food. And make sure if they have to go pee-pee, they can pee-pee. These are like next level, workers' rights ideas that I have. I'm a real fighter for labor rights, food and bathroom breaks. So it looks like this is like a multi-million-dollar suit, and if I don't know, this goes through, it's going to be something. I mean, some of the laws, I guess, that were being, or I guess some of the labor laws that are being cited here were broken in California, where those things can be pretty strict in some cases. So, if this falls on, the wrong side here, Kanye West could be millions of dollars, poorer, if you could even make Kanye poor by millions of dollars at this point. I don't know. It certainly won't look good for his image because, again, with the whole Christian reinvention thing, it's not that great of a look. It's not that great of a look to paint yourself as being so Christ-like and then to have hundreds of people angry at you because you didn't give them any food or rest and you made them wait months for their money and just basically made their lives a living hell. But that being said, though, every single time I saw one of those, choir performances, they were killing it. So, good on them for like giving it their all, even though they were not doing it under the best conditions, honestly. So I'm glad to hear that you guys feel that this is not very based. I don't happen to feel like it's very based either. And if at the end of the day these people are really, really like owed something, I wish them all the luck in the world in getting it, because Lord knows that money would be better off in the pockets of people who are doing some work, really could use it, as opposed to, I don't know, some terrible new sweatshirt or something that Kanye is just going to charge $500 for. Oh, the man is most definitely sick. That there's no denying that. And I wish Kanye wellness into the future, and I hope that his separation from Kim doesn't kick things off in a way that is too volatile or interruptive. But that being said, it's not an excuse for using people. It's not an excuse for using people at all. And I just hope that this resolves in the best way for all parties, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching this clip on TND Streams. To see more, subscribe to the channel and also click on the video link next to my head. Also, make sure to check out our other YouTube channels linked down below to see everything else we do week to week. And yeah, that's it. Anthony Fantano, forever.